we are talking with conservative Christian parents who are faced with learning how to come to terms with having a gay son. Before we speak with them, here's more of their story.
I got pregnant and we had our daughter. And then a couple years later after that, we had our son. And so I always dreamed of having a family. I wanted a boy, a girl, the white picket fence, the dog. I wanted the whole kit and caboodle.
Then the day came when the McDonalds had to face the reality that their teenage son Greg was gay, a secret that could have broken up their conservative Christian family and faith.
And then all of a sudden, the society I lived in took on a whole different look. Now I heard all these gay jokes being told at lunch, and I saw TV differently,
There were a lot of questions that came to mind, questioning myself as a mother, questioning my husband as a father. Are we gonna lose our friends? Are we gonna be able to attend the same church that we've been attending? I was frightened. I was frightened that if I chose to love my son, does that mean that I'm gonna have to abandon God? I was more concerned about myself than I was even my child.
Early on, our direction to Greg in our first conversation was, though we'll never stop loving you, we need to get you fixed. So starting with ourselves, the messages that we were enforcing were pretty negative for the relationship. I think we reached a point with our relationship with Greg where we felt comfortable enough and confident enough where I was totally fine strapping a bullseye on my chest and saying, have at it.
That was a turning point that, okay, it's not the life that I wanted and when I first got married, but that God was in it and that God was orchestrating this and it was going to be okay.
Today we're not interested in trying to change people. We're just interested in trying to love them. And early on, that wasn't necessarily the case.
Oh my goodness, we are all emotional up here. The McDonalds are here to share more of their story and to encourage us all to love and have faith unconditionally. Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
Greg and Lynn, honesty for joining us. Thank you.
I just want to ask first, what was the hardest part about confronting the reality that you have a gay son?
Being fearful. I was fearful. I was confused. I thought that if I chose to love my son, then I was turning my back on God. And if I chose to love God, then I was turning my back on my son. And that was hard to process.
So please talk to myself and the viewers. How were you able to shift your view of gay people as conservative Christian parents?
It really started after Greg had gone away to college, went to Chicago for school, and then we started meeting as friends. And there was a time in particular where we were on a boat together, and I started asking questions of these gay men that were with us. And the first question was, so when did you choose to be gay? And it's amazing. They looked at me like I was crazy, and they all told stories about this isn't a choice, right? It's nothing I would have signed up for. Mm-hmm. In fact, the stories we heard was that most times they had prayed that God would take it away.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Wow. All right, I want to talk about this too. You wrote a book together, which is incredible, about embracing your journey. And I want you guys to have the floor right now, and you're speaking to people. You want to share your message with others who might not be accepting of their gay children. Please, what would you have to say?
Yeah.
Well, an aha moment for me was actually the greatest commandment when Jesus is asked by the Pharisees, what is the greatest commandment? He says to love the Lord your God with all your heart, soul, and mind. And the second is in addition to, you need to love your neighbors yourself. And I thought, oh my goodness, if I'm supposed to love my neighbor, how much more my son? Mm-hmm. And so I want to say, please, parents, you don't have to have all the answers to love your child well.
Listen, now that you are allies and quite the examples, we want you to please tell the viewers about your organization, Embracing the Journey, and the resources that you provide.
We're peacemakers. We build bridges between LGBTQ individuals their families, and the church, even when they seem at odds. And we do it not in spite of the Bible, but because of the Bible. That's pretty.
Yeah, it's worldwide.
Yeah.
You're saving lives, you're saving families in the name of your faith. I don't know what is more Christian than that. Thank you so much, Greg and Lynn. A total honor. Thank you. DBL Nation, to learn more about the McDonald's ministry, go to embracingthejourney.org, and to pick up a copy of Greg and Lynn's book, Embracing the Journey, visit your favorite bookseller. Thank you so much to both of you. We appreciate you. And here's that book. Brilliant. Thank you. We'll be right back.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you.